Alright, welcome back to Jay's Retro Toys and Games. This is episode 99, and what a journey it's been. You know, over the years, this show has explored the evolution of gaming, from the pixelated adventures of the 8-bit era to the cinematic experiences of modern consoles. And we've looked at the toys, the technology, and the stories that shape generations of players. But tonight we're diving into something that sits right at the crossroads between retro and modern. A console that defined an entire generation of gamers and reshaped the industry in ways that are still felt today. It's sleek, powerful, and unforgettable. And this is the story of the Sony PlayStation 4. How it was built, how it conquered the market, and how it became one of the most beloved consoles of all time. But from its announcement in 2013 to its final production run, nearly a decade later, the PlayStation 4 wasn't just a gaming machine, it was a cultural phenomenon. And it brought people together, pushed technology forward, and gave us some of the most memorable gaming experiences ever created. The PS4 marked a turning point for Sony, a company that had faced challenges with the PlayStation 3, but came back stronger than ever. And it was a console that understood what gamers wanted, which was simplicity, power, and community, and delivered all three with style. Tonight, it's the PlayStation 4 on Jay's Retro Toys and Games. And welcome to this edition of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. I'm your host, Jason DiCanio, for episode 99 on this Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. One show away, we'll hit our 100th show, and we'll have a new logo for Jay's Retro Toys and Games, and put it all into perspective with some different stuff that we'll be looking at as we continue our journey of this interesting niche called the retro toy and the retro game. And the PS4 is one of those retro toys, the retro game, and here it is in all of its glory. But to understand the PlayStation 4, it's important to go back to the late 2000s. You know, Sony's PlayStation 3 had been a technical powerhouse, but it came with challenges that frustrated both developers and players. Its unique cell processor architecture was powerful, but notoriously difficult to program for, leading to uneven game performance and higher development costs. The console's high launch price also alienated many consumers, allowing competitors like Microsoft's Xbox 360 and Nintendo's Wii to dominate the market. Sony knew that its next console had to be different. It had to be developer-friendly, affordable, and focused on the player experience. This is where Mark Cerny entered the picture. A veteran game designer and engineer who had worked on classics like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, Cerny was appointed as the lead system architect for Sony's next-generation console. His vision was simple yet revolutionary. Build a system that developers would love to create for, and players would love to play on. Cerny and his team worked closely with game studios to understand their needs, resulting in a design that emphasized accessibility, performance, and balance. And the result was a console that would not only restore Sony's reputation, but also redefine the gaming landscape. So, on February 20th of 2013, some 13 years ago, Sony officially unveiled the PlayStation 4 to the world at a highly anticipated event in New York City. The presentation focused not just on hardware specifications, but on the overall experience, the way players would connect, share, and interact with their games and with each other. The PS4's Technical specifications were impressive for the time. An AMD x86-64 Jaguar CPU, a Radeon-based GPU, and 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM. This combination offered developers a familiar architecture and immense power for creating detailed, expansive worlds. The DualShock 4 controller was also introduced, representing a major evolution in design and functionality. It featured a touchpad, light bar, built-in speaker, and the now iconic share button, which allows players to instantly capture and share gameplay moments. This single button symbolized Sony's new direction, gaming as a social experience. The reveal event also showcased early demonstrations of games and technology, giving audiences a glimpse of the future of interactive entertainment. The excitement was palpable, and the stage was set for one of the most successful console launches in history. The PlayStation 4 launched on November 15th of 2013 in North America, priced at $399, a full $100 less than its main rival, the Xbox One. And this pricing decision sent a clear message. The PS4 was built for gamers first. The launch lineup included titles like Killzone, Shadowfall, Knack, and Resogun. And while not every game was a blockbuster, the console's performance, sleek design, and user-friendly interface won immediate praise from critics and consumers alike. Within 24 hours, Sony sold over 1 million units in North America alone, setting a new record for the fastest-selling console in the history at that time. By the end of 2014, the PS4 had sold more than 13 million units worldwide, outpacing every competitor. Its success was driven not only by its hardware, but also by Sony's renewed focus on developers and players. The company's marketing emphasized freedom, creativity, and community, values that resonated deeply with gamers who wanted a console that prioritized play over profit. The PS4 quickly became the platform of choice for both indie developers and major studios, creating a diverse and thriving ecosystem of games. What truly defined the PlayStation 4 era were its games. Sony's first-party studios delivered a steady stream of critically acclaimed titles that pushed the boundaries of storytelling, design, and technology. Bloodborne brought gothic horror and punishing gameplay to new heights, earning a devoted following. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, enclosed Nathan Drake's story with cinematic brilliance and emotional depth. Horizon Zero Dawn introduced players to a breathtaking open world filled with robotic creatures and a strong, complex heroine. God of War reinvented a beloved franchise, blending mythological action with heartfelt storytelling. Marvel's Spider-Man captured the thrill of swinging through New York City, while The Last of Us Part 2 pushed narrative and performance capture to unprecedented levels. These exclusives weren't just games, they were experiences that showcased the PS4's technical and artistic potential. They demonstrated that video games could be as emotionally powerful and visually stunning as any film or television series. The PS4 also became a haven for independent developers who found in Sony a supportive platform for creativity. Games like Journey, Inside, and Celeste flourished, proving that innovation and artistry could thrive alongside blockbuster titles. As the years went on, Sony refined the PS4 with new models that extended its lifespan and broadened its appeal. The PS4 Slim, released in 2016, offered a smaller, more energy-efficient design that appealed to casual gamers and families. That same year, the PS4 Pro arrived, introducing 4K resolution support and enhanced performance for demanding titles. The Pro model was the first console to embrace mid-generation upgrades, setting a precedent for future hardware cycles. These revisions allowed Sony to maintain momentum in an increasingly competitive market. The PS4 Pro, in particular, catered to enthusiasts who wanted the best possible performance without waiting for a new generation. Meanwhile, the slim model ensured that the console remained accessible to a wide audience, and together these versions helped the PS4 remain relevant and dominant well into the late 2010s. The PlayStation 4 wasn't just about playing games, it was about sharing them. The share button allowed players to instantly upload screenshots, record gameplay, or stream live to platforms like Twitch and YouTube. This feature helped fuel the rise of gaming influencers, streamers, and esports, transforming gaming into a global social phenomenon. Suddenly, gaming wasn't a solitary activity. It was a shared experience that connected millions of players around the world. PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now expanded the ecosystem even further. PlayStation Plus offered online multiplayer, free monthly games, and exclusive discounts, while PlayStation Now introduced cloud gaming and access to a vast library of older titles. The PS4 became more than a console. It was a connected entertainment hub that integrated gaming, streaming, and social interaction into one seamless experience. The PlayStation 4 became a cultural icon. It wasn't just in living rooms, it was in conversations, on social media, and in pop culture. The console helped shape the modern gaming landscape where storytelling, community, and technology intersect. It inspired film adaptations, merchandise, and even academic studies on interactive media. The PS4's influence extended beyond gaming, shaping how people consumed entertainment and interacted online. The console also played a major role in the rise of esports and streaming culture. Games like Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, and Apex Legends turned the PS4 into a platform for competition and creativity. Millions of players broadcast their gameplay, built communities, and even launched careers through the console's built-in sharing tools. The PS4 wasn't just a piece of hardware, it was a cultural movement that redefined what it meant to be a gamer. And by the time production ended, the PlayStation 4 had sold over 117 million units worldwide, making it one of the best-selling consoles in history. It outperformed its rivals, revitalized Sony's gaming division, and set the stage for the PlayStation 5. But more importantly, it created memories, millions of them, for players around the world. The PS4's success was built on a foundation of trust, innovation, and passion. And it reminded the industry that when a company listens to its players and developers, great things happen. When the PlayStation 5 launched in 2020, it built upon the foundation the PS4 had laid. And many PS4 titles received upgrades or continued their stories on the new hardware, ensuring a smooth transition for players. The PS4's architecture made backward compatibility possible, allowing fans to carry their favorite games and memories into the next generation. And even today, the PS4 remains relevant, a console that continues to deliver great experiences for millions of players worldwide. The PlayStation 4 wasn't just another console, it was a revolution. And it redefined what gaming could be, blending power, creativity, and community in ways that changed the industry forever. From its sleek design to its unforgettable games, the PS4 earned its place in history. And it reminded us that gaming isn't just about graphics or specs, it's about connection, imagination, and the stories we share. And that's why, even as we move into the next generation, the legacy of the PlayStation 4 will continue to inspire gamers for years to come. Thanks for watching Jay's Retro Toys and Games, episode 99. Next time, we're celebrating our 100th episode with something truly special. A look back at the greatest consoles of all time. Until then, keep playing, keep collecting, and keep the retro spirit alive. And we'll see you for the 100th episode this Thursday. What are we going to be talking about? You'll just have to find out. And watch. Till then, have a great night. Bye for now.